Preliminary card. Middleweight quarterfinal. Caramel Thunderbird. Gustaf the Gooz Ackerman.
Gooz Ackerman and Caramel Thunderbird.
I don't know, I feel like that goofy German radio guy, and I don't even understand what he says on his show.
Not familiar. Caramel Thunderbird in the purple is a former blaxploitation actor. I think he still is, as John Muhammad, of course, our referee. His given nickname is Caramel the N-word Thunderbird, and I'm not saying it nicely. That's actually what his nickname is.
Not the N-word, but the N-word.
The N-word. And Thunderbird, a very impressive win in the first ever middleweight fight against Roosevelt Hazelwood. He scored a knockout in the third round. Gustaf the Gooz Ackerman defeated Dan Filbert in I believe, a second round TKO victory. But he is a German-born, living in Tucson, Arizona, morning zoo radio show host. The Gooz, he's one half of Winslow and the Gooz. And he's become a very popular fighter at HCL 11. As these guys, bit of clinch fighting, dirty boxing. Thunderbird able to let loose with an uppercut. Thunderbird, the southpaw in the purple.
Loves calling drug dealers in his free time.
He does. Well, I think those are his roles that he plays.
No, he doesn't.
And the Gooz really letting loose with a couple of hooks. Thunderbird with a low stance. His hands are very low. I mean, he's getting him up to block, but that might spell disaster if the Gooz can increase his hand speed.
And you know how you spell disaster? G-O-O-Z.
That is true if you're going for the figurative way of doing it.
That's also how you spell goofy German fuck that doesn't have a chance. Ironically enough. Gooz. Yeah.
You know, he got into mixed martial arts after his show had Ralph Marshall on the air, and he was amazed that Ralph Marshall was amazed at how well he could take a punch. In fact, he took a punch way better than any of the other employees at the radio station and any of the interns, one of whom died.
Yeah, you can tell. Oh, Ralph Marshall trained him. Oh, he's a lovable guy then.
So Marshall took him in under Bully Factory Children's MMA in South Tucson, Arizona, now all across the country. And they and took him in, and he's become quite a popular fighter, a very impressive fighter. He was one of only 3 of our middleweights that made it to the quarterfinals to finish their fight rather than go decision. And he's got some really impressive hand strength, and again, a nice hook. He's just imposing his will as we go to our second round. But Caramel Thunderbird is a tough opponent. This might be our toughest matchup as far as how close it is.
I would go as far as saying that Caramel Thunderbird is a hardcore, hype-hitting HCL fighter. But I'm going to say something else.
Of course, all of our fights tonight, 3 5-minute rounds. Our main event title fight is a 5 5-minute rounds. Our judges this evening for any fight that goes to decision, Marcus Queensberry, Monrovia Staunch, and of course, Lavender Sandalbags. And of course, as those judges' decisions go, it is a 10-point must system in effect.
And we may have a bad, but Leonard Part 6 Montgomery still has lupus.
Still has lupus. We're hoping to have him back soon. Gotta say, I might take lupus over whatever the hell we have right now, Randy.
Yeah, avian hammy flu, I guess.
I just received the note that it's, oh God. Well, we'll get back to that later.
All right, and that was the first 4 that we saw earlier.
So who was the second one?
No, that was Steakums again.
Let's go, guys. Fight.
Round 2 of Thunderbird and Ackerman. Ackerman lets loose with a big hook. And he's teeing off on Thunderbird, who's covering up, leaving that body exposed. So a couple really nice shots to the ribs, to the liver. I know Darn Tootin would love that liver punch.
Oh, yeah, that guy's a fucking weirdo.
I understood you guys hung out over in Japan.
That was weird. That's all I'm going to say. This is weird. I don't even want to go into it. If you pay me enough, maybe in an interview, but nah, I can't. Nah.
Meanwhile, the Gooz has that. Well, he had a double necktie for a second, but Thunderbird working his way in, swimming in. And another huge overhand right hook. A second one drops Thunderbird. The Gooz is just imposing his will, working into the guard now. Another big shot. And this is not looking good for Caramel Thunderbird.
All the blood. He's used to it, though.
rubbing just an elbow to the jaw.
I'm not afraid of this at all. He's got him.
And the Gooz really letting loose.
Gooz is going to go down the heap of his balls. Don't worry. Thunderbird's got this. He has to. Right?
And he goes for Kimura.
You know what I mean?
Grabs the wrist. This could be a desperation move. If Thunderbird can score his submission. But he lets go of it. I think the Gooz able to power out of it. Another big shot. Couple knees to the stomach. This is not good. And you know what? John Mahan just calls it. He's seen enough. And Gustaf, the Gooz Ackerman, becomes a second semifinalist.
God damn it. Fucking bully factory.
Let's see what it is. You know, I don't think it was those punches specifically. I think it was just a combination of everything, Randy. Well, Thunderbird was not defending himself enough to John Mahanda's liking.
I want to cough in his face. Hey, get over here. Hey, Gooz. Come on. Hey, buddy. Hey, come here. Hey.
That Randy, you can get down.
Scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 24 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner by TKO,
Gustaf the Gooz Ackerman impresses yet again with a second TKO victory. We don't know who his opponent is going to be yet, but it'll be an exciting fight as we move on to our third middleweight quarterfinal.